Hey everyone, I'm going to talk about how protein can be healthy for your gut. Now, before we discuss that, I want to talk about the plant-based approach. And one of the biggest arguments that they use is that a high plant-based diet is a lot of fiber, which I totally agree with and very healthy for your body for a number of different reasons. But when we're talking about the context of the gut, the fiber is a source of fuel, and that gets converted into short-chain fatty acids. And short-chain fatty acids are the fuel source for your gut flora, and they've been shown to decrease inflammation, help with the intestinal permeability, so prevent leaky gut over the long term. So that's one of the reasons why I do recommend fiber as part of my PFF, protein, fats, and fiber. Now, with that same line of reasoning, you can get the same similar benefits from protein. And this is based upon a research study out of UCLA, and they wanted to study a low protein versus a high protein group. And the variables were the same, calories were the same. They actually restricted calories by 500 calories. And the high protein group was about 30%, low protein was 15%. And what they showed is they showed that with the high protein group had a higher diversity of their gut microbiome. And there's no question the low protein group also had a diverse gut microbiome, but the higher protein group showed a more diverse gut microbiome. And through the research that we're seeing these days, the more diverse that your bacteria is in your gut, essentially, the healthier you are. So that's really what we're after in the long term, not just increasing one type of bacteria, but a number of different types of bacteria in your intestinal tract. Now, with that study, the mechanism that they looked at was the fact that they took the meat, and we'll talk about the type of protein besides meat. It's protein, and the protein gets broken down to amino acids. That's the way your body absorbs it. And through a process of reactive deamination, which is a complicated term, but basically what you need to know is that protein gets broken down to amino acids, and the amino acids, in a similar fashion to fiber, can be converted into the short-chain fatty acids. So essentially, you can get short-chain fatty acid production from, yes, veggies, fiber, and then also from meat, protein, into short-chain fatty acids. So to say that meat and protein, it rots in your gut and is horrible for you, is just not true. Now, one point to make is that the researchers designed the study to increase a diverse amount of protein. So they had the high protein group eat lean sources of protein, eggs, fish, chicken, whichever, but they also gave them a supplement of a pea protein because if you've ever tried to increase your protein intake, sometimes it's just hard to eat a ton of protein, whether it's organic, grass-fed, whatever. It's just the volume might be hard. So they gave them a supplement to use. And it was a pea-based. And I want to bring that up because if you look at it, let's say from the plant-based approach, they'll say, oh, well, that's the reason why that their gut microbiome was more diverse. It was because of the pea-based, which is a plant-based product. But the way that I look at it is that it represents more of basically our population because people eat a diverse diet in the sense of their protein sources. So a lot of people these days will eat their chicken or their fish and eggs or maybe a little bit of red meat and pork, but they may use a pea-based protein product or a rice-based protein product, or they might use whey, whatever that is, but it represents a more diverse protein sort of a diet that most people are consuming. And I think that is what we need to understand is that yes, you want some animal protein. Yeah, have some pea-based protein. And yes, absolutely have vegetables with fiber, which help with short-chain fatty acids, but also your protein will help with your short-chain fatty acid production. So at the end of the day, you want to eat vegetables, and yes, you want to eat protein as well. And rest assured that you can enjoy your steak or your fish or chicken and you'll have a healthy gut microbiome. Until next time, eat well to feel well.